Take this one.
Are you pointing it?
Okay, I'm live. Think it has started. What are you showing me? Hey guys, hello. Hello Gabriela. Hello Nkwa. Hey Maria, Zion's child. Wow, that's a name. Awesome one. Hey Becky. Hey Katie. Sorry, you guys will have to tell me if the volume is okay, because sometimes I mess up so bad and I put the phone in a position where the volume just goes. Hey guys, what's up? So I'm sorry I'm late. I had a Zoom meeting that took a little longer than expected. So, but I'm glad I'm here. I'm glad we're all here. My add volume. My voice no get volume. Oh. Volume for me na big problem. Volume for me na big problem. Before I fit talk and my voice really loud, it's like difficult. So I bet when I just the manage, and so I'll add small volume, but thanks guys for being here. Thank you so much. Thank you. Somebody said this is Sama aka Defan. Okay, now I'm confused. Laugh and learn. I don't know, say they more put music for background. No. I know be no so. I don't know, say they more put music for background, make it play. So you for inform me in time. DJ, play music. Let me see. The lash bar. Do you know how to spell it?
Yes.
Okay. Hi Ronald. Thank you so much. Wanshe, thank you. Bella Adama. I look calm. I always look calm, but I might not be exactly calm. Okay. Laugh and learn. I follow your lead. So when you be ready, I'll be ready. So when all man be ready, when I just ask the question, then say, don't forget these orphans for Christmas here. That I can't miss a chance to see. Okay, Ash Odile. Now orphan them for which side, sorry? Okay. Herbert Chenry. Sorry if I pronounce some of your names wrong. I am not very acquainted to many of them. I don't forget to quit medicine school just for concentrate for you. Okay. I don't marry to. No can concentrate for me. Go medical school, I beg. Bella Adama said, I'm not calm. I'm not calm on stage. Absolutely not. I can't afford to be calm on stage. That's where I let myself out. Let out some stress. That's where I'm free. That's where I can afford to be everything I want to be without caring about who's judging or who's saying what and who's not saying what. Okay, laugh and learn. First question. How satisfied are you at the level you find yourself career-wise? So, one thing about me is that I'm never satisfied. I am grateful for a lot of things. I'm grateful for the fans I have, for the journey so far. It's been 7 years. I'm grateful for the journey so far. I'm grateful for how it's been, the places I've been to, the music I've got to do, I have had to do, but I'm never satisfied. And at this point, this is a rebuilding moment for me, for the next stage of my career. So this moment for me, I might be quiet, but this moment determines a lot of how I go forward from now on. So I'm not satisfied. I'm never satisfied. Not even when there was a point when so many people could have felt like, oh, she's at the top of her game. You know, like now, so many people tell me you're at the top of your game, but this is not where I want to be. This is not where I want to be. I want to be all over Africa, not just Central Africa, but all over Africa, English-speaking Africa, everywhere. I want to be all over Europe. I want to be all over America. I want to do big things. I want to win a Grammy someday. So I think this is just the beginning of the journey for me. So I don't answer that one. I missed your last show in Atlanta. Thank God you missed, Bella, because I was so sick and I didn't get to finish my performance. Usman, wishing me a happy married life. Thank you so much. That's so kind. Even your voice is very bold on stage. It has to be now. I'm in my element. You know, talking talking is a lot of work, especially because I'm a lisper. So I have a speech impairment. It's called lisping. It's a condition where you find difficulties moving your tongue. So a lot of the letters don't come out the way they are supposed to. Some words don't come out the way they are supposed to. Reason why when I speak English sometimes people think I'm Francophone. When I speak French, well, I'm obviously Anglophone. Sometimes people think, oh, now because say country talk don't spoil the tongue. Well, I don't even know how for talk country talk. What's your take on the Cameronian music industry? Well, Cameronian music industry, I think we're at a very hopeless state. For me, in my opinion, we're at a hopeless state. But I like what we are doing, fighting our way through, even though situations are not encouraging. Like, for example, let me talk about the whole situation where foreign artists have to come in and they pay them so many millions, and artists we here we get like chicken change. Let me talk about the fact that mostly foreign music is being played, and Cameronian music gets very little attention. I want to say that, first of all, I think the government could have had a lot to do, like imposing the 90% play for Cameronian music. If the government can impose a 90% play for Cameronian music and 10% for any other music, I think it would really help the industry, because so many artists that are good and on the ground would be known, because Cameroonians will be consuming their goods. So they will discover new artists every day. They will discover, our music will be well stated in the industry, well positioned in the industry. We would make money, and companies will come for us, because most of these companies go for what the people consume. I mean, when companies organize their events, they don't want to take an artist that people don't really consume that much, people whose music people don't really consume that much, because they are going to lose business-wise. They are going to lose. So they will take foreign artists, because they want the population to come, the people to come and consume their goods. So they will take these foreign artists to attract attention and to sell their things. So I think that's one thing that will really help us. But I like the way people are fighting. I like the way we are fighting our way through. I like the way we are working hard, even if the government is not helping in any way. I like the way we are working hard to succeed. So okay. Why are you gone low-key for a while? No music throughout the year. I put out one music. You Got It featuring Kofi. But I'm working on a lot of music. I'm actually working on my album right now. Daphne, please, I need your contact information for a wedding in Finland. My contact information is on my Instagram page. My manager's number is there. The email address you should contact is there. So please. Okay. Which fellow female entertainer inspires you as at present? Well, I get inspired by almost every female entertainer right now, because each of them has a special spices that makes me feel like, okay, this is amazing. I want to be able to do this. Everybody is doing something special. Everybody is doing something different. Kameni is here and she's like on fire. Renew is here and she's like new vocals. Blanche is here with the struggle. Askia is there with the the hustle vibe, the queen vibe. It's so amazing. I get inspired by all these amazing female artists. I can't really say one inspires me more than the other, because I learn something from each of them. I learned something from every of them. Even I see a lot of them who could have given up, that have not given up as well, and it's like amazing. And I tell myself that sometimes when I feel like giving up, I tell myself that look at this person, she has not given up, she has never given up. And let me just call a name like Gasha. Like, people say all sorts of things. Oh, why is Gasha's career not? I see those things online, but I love the fact that she has never given up and she keeps fighting, and that inspires me. It inspires me. I'm like, what reason do you have to not keep fighting? So I'm really, really inspired by most of the female artists. Daphne, what can you tell upcoming Cameronian youth as far as music is concerned? Okay, I'm answering a question from the comment section. So, as far as the music industry is concerned, I will tell young youths, focus. You know what you came into the industry for. Don't get distracted, because there is the tendency of getting distracted when you get a little fame and you get like, oh, this is it, I have arrived, I'm the new thing, I am so different, I am so special, and what I'm bringing to the table nobody has ever seen. You can do that, you can be that person, you can be like that, but focus. I just pray every young Cameroonian getting into music stays focused. This is where you want to go. Nobody around you knows where you want to be. Nobody around you knows where you expect to be in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years, in the next 20 years, except you. So that's what you're here to do. Don't get distracted by fame, by comments, by social media, or by anything. And that's why I tell some people, if beefing is not paying you, I don't know why you're beefing. Yeah, if beefing is not paying you, it should be putting money in your pocket. If money is not entering your pocket, I don't know why many people concentrate on beefing. So I don't tell myself, say, day way I hear say beefing, one beef session, fit give me like that kind 20 million. More you even start for day 20 million. Even if na 5 million self, if I go beef saute, I think I go far. I meet you for street, I see beef for open air. So that's one thing that gets a lot of people distracted, and I just think we just need to focus and be patient. Always out of your comfort zone is the road to success. Hi Daphne, nice to see you. Okay, how do you go about your conflicts in the industry? Okay, I love this question because I've had a few conflicts in the industry. I'm not saying any, but this is how I address people personally. I never take my conflicts to social media. Never. I hope it stays that way. I never take my conflicts to social media. If I see that somebody's beefing me, and okay, for example, oh, Daphne, this person said this about you online. I don't know about that. I call the person and I'm like, hi there, I heard you said this about me. Are we good? I explain myself, because sometimes some of them have reasons why they are good, reasons why they are mad, or why they said what they said. I'm like, okay, dear, I heard you said this about me online. I didn't mean it that way. I'm really sorry. This is how I feel about it, and we resolve it there. I don't need to go online and start fighting and all of that. So I really always resolve my issues personally. So Shy, I want to be your female bodyguard. I'm not sure say I need bodyguard. I need PA maybe, but I don't need bodyguard. I am okay. I'm skipping some people's questions. I hear from so many people that you don't know French. Why do you prefer more French? Okay, let me tell you this story. There was this day I was talking to somebody, and the person said, why do you sing most of your songs in French? And I was like, most of my songs in French. And he was like, I was like, no, I sing in French and English. He was like, no, most of your songs in French. I said, okay, sing the lyrics of Jusqu'à la gare, for example. And he went, baby boy, your love is killing me. It's killing me. The way that you're loving me. Okay. My baby, I'm sure I can tell you're the one for me. You're the one for me. The way that you're loving me. And I'm like, what language is that? I said, oh my gosh, I didn't notice. I'm like, okay. People are too concerned about listening, about the French part, that they don't get to hear the English. Most of my verses are in English and then the chorus in French. So if you calculate the number of words in the verses and the number of words in the chorus, because the chorus is always a repetition, I'm like, finally, what language is that? So I love singing in English and French. I speak a little French for Chia Lucienne, who says I don't speak French. Je parle pas très bien, mais je me débrouille. Et j'ai habité à Douala. J'ai vécu à Douala pour 9 ans. Sorry, somebody keeps calling me. Donc j'ai habité à Douala, donc mon français n'est pas si mauvais. So I don't know who says I don't speak French. My French might sound like an Englishman speaking French, but I speak French. When are you coming to Atlanta, Georgia? There's Corona there. Your simplicity, nature. Oh, thank you. Okay, I see you are the artist repertoire. A&R director of Stevens. One of the responsibilities is to find and sign new music. Share each program. Okay. About the A&R, I wouldn't like to talk much about that because it's a bit complicated. But most of the artists that have been signed to Stevens, well, maybe all of them, had my approval. So I'd been doing that way long before Stevens even said anything. If you passed through Nigeria, would you? Happy married life. Thank you. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a step. Definitely. The world is not even. Oh, Herbert Chenwi, thank you so much. That's an amazing thing you just said. I believe I haven't started. I believe God has amazing things He's going to do with me, especially because, okay, one thing about me, I might be signed to a record label, but I work extremely hard. I choose where I want to go. I choose how I want to do it. I am very involved. That's one thing that some people don't do. Okay, I'm in a record label, so people should do everything for me and all of that. But I have worked my way through, and I believe that what I have achieved so far is just a tip of an iceberg for what God has installed for me. I think so. And I'm really happy with my journey so far, because I'm sure many of you knew me when I started. You knew how bad I used to dress. You knew how bad I used to talk. I still probably don't talk well because I really hate talking, but I see so much improvement in myself, and I know that there is always room for improvement. There's always room for more improvement. And even the music is more improved, is better. So, yeah. Are you now the voice? You are now the voice for rape victims. Any advice for anyone looking for an organization on supporting and amplifying voices? The survivor was an advocate at the end of sexual violence. I want to say everybody who speaks against rape is a voice for rape victims. everybody who talks about it, everybody who puts in their time and energy to even say something is a voice. So I'm not the only voice. I'm not like some special voice. Like you who's asking this question now, I'm sure I've heard you talk about it once in a while. You are a voice, and that's what one thing I encourage everybody to be. Put in your voice, no matter how small, no matter how insignificant you think you are, because it's you who thinks you might be so insignificant, but your word makes a difference too. So what advice do I have for people looking for organization which focus on supporting? Well, sorry, I just have to talk about mine. So if you're looking for an organization, Be Woman is there. We are always there to lend in our support. We are being a bit slow because we are structuring the organization and making sure everything is in place, getting the website ready, because it happens so fast. And yeah, but in case anybody is looking for an organization, Be Woman by Daphne is available. So where my comments have left, what's this? Oh, okay. So okay, as a person whose voice could be heard in our society, what are you doing personally to combat rape? Okay, as most of you know, I have a foundation, Be Woman by Daphne. I've been very vocal about my my story, and that helped so many girls to get the courage to come out with theirs. The day I came out with my story, so many women had the courage to post theirs, and I'm sure some people had the courage to talk to their moms, to their dads, to their family. In my inbox in Be Woman by Daphne, I received so many messages, women who needed help, who had been suffering with situations, who had been suffering with vaginismus like me, like I did, came up and they told their stories, and it was just amazing how another person's experience could empower another person to make an amazing decision that could help them. So that's one of the things I've been doing with my foundation, Be Woman. We are mostly interested in getting mental and psychological help for abused girls. And we are also generally an empowerment foundation where we aim to make women more confident in themselves, more confident about being independent women, more confident about in their capacities. So how do we do this? We are opening training centers where women can learn a trade. So our aim is not to make women instant billionaires or millionaires. Is to give you something that you can do to fuel your dreams. Because I don't know if tailoring, for example, can make somebody a billionaire instantly. So it's mainly training a few women on how to sew, how to make wigs, how to do one or two things that can pay your school fees. For example, if you still want to go to school, you can sew people's things or make wigs and pay your school fees. You can make wigs and feed your children. You can make wigs and after a while build your own shop, build your own enterprise, and you won't have to go begging for money for Maggie from daddy, money for salt from daddy. Daddy pikin need book, you go beg some ask more money from daddy. Not every little thing that daddy has to do. So we are generally an empowerment foundation. Our aim: mental and psychological health for abuse victims, independency, female independence. Yeah. Okay. Oh, by the way, let me add this thing. Let me add this. One thing one thing I wanted to say too, it just escaped my mind. You know, when somebody comes up with a rape story, especially if it's a successful person, people start saying you're lying, or he lie. Now prostitute wey dey share am, can the lie say they rapey, or you would think that, okay, we are saying that because her story is not clear. You would always find something not clear about every other story. You would always find something not clear about story B, story C, story D, and it goes on and on and on. And I'm glad that I hope that if there's any victim of rape here who has been watching me and seeing what's happening to me, I hope that you can get strength from the way I deal with this. The more you talk about your story, the more comfortable you get talking about it. And you mustn't talk about it in public. That's not what I'm saying, by the way. And I, when I put out my story and people said all sorts of things about me, I thought I would never talk about it again. For a while, I closed up and I was ashamed. I regretted why I did it, but I was like, what was the reason why I told this story? What is the reason why I talked about it? Focus on the aim. Focus on the goal. Your goal might be you want to receive help. Focus on that. Your aim for coming out, for telling a psychotherapist, for example, might be because you want to be free. Focus on that and never give up. Don't be ashamed of it. It was not your fault. No matter what anybody says, they cannot feel what you are going through. They cannot understand. Nobody would understand. And you would never be able to force anybody to understand if they don't want to. So I want to encourage you out there. Never be afraid to tell your story. Please tell your story. It is important that you get help. It is important that you meet the goal of why you want to come out, which is so many people suffer. So many people suffer depression. So many people suffer sicknesses. You need help. You need that help. So many people suffer from low self-esteem because you feel devalued. You feel like everything that you had that was valuable was taken away from you, and now you are trash. But you don't have to feel that way. Talk to somebody. Talk to a therapist that can help you. Talk to somebody that can help you. Speak up in the family, no matter what the disadvantage might be. Focus on your goal. I just had to say that. Most celebrities go likely marry somebody inside the industry. Why you marry a man outside the industry? Why? I've been not saying una must enter Mr. Sama topic. I so knew this. Well, see, I didn't plan it. It wasn't planned. We met Paraza, and we loved each other just like that. And then it just happened. So it just happened. But it's true that I've always thought I would not like to marry somebody from the industry unless I fall in love with somebody from the industry. And yeah, but I think it's always more secure to diversify. So that if your career lady go fine, the man you own lady go fine, una fit complement each other. If you own lady go fine, your own go fine, una fit always complement each other. So that might be silly though, but that auntie uncle thing should stop now. shame or standing for the truth. Okay. Somebody says I'm in love. Of course I am. I wouldn't marry him if I wasn't. Okay. Laugh and Learn says your guy is good looking. We say I wanna meet up. Okay. So, do you guys want to know the story? Let me not be pompous. Okay. So, we met in Maryland. Yeah. I was out in the US for a US tour, and actually, the night we met, I was not supposed to go. Well, we met at a graduation party, and I'm trying to hold back, but I love telling this story. So we met at a graduation party, which I was not invited to. My boss took me there because he wanted me to say hi to his cousin, and I had to go to the club. So when I got to the location, I was so not dressed for the place. I had my ripped short pants and my belly top, so I was so not dressed for the place, and I decided to stay outside at the lobby. While staying outside, I just saw somebody. And what attracted me was the aura, his aura. I could feel his confidence all around that place. I could feel like when he walked, it spoke confidence. Every move he made, he's surprised I noticed him before he noticed me. He was surprised, but I did. So every move he made spoke confidence, spoke splendor, spoke greatness. So when he approached me and he was like, "Do I know you?" And I was like, "Yes, you do." He was like, "Oh, you look familiar. Do I know you?" And I was like, "Yes, you do. America's Next Top Model. Duh." And he was like, "I don't watch that show." Sorry, I don't watch that show, so I wouldn't know. So actually, my attraction factor was that he did not know who I was. He didn't. Yeah, so, well, let me end the story there. Okay. Okay. Congratulations on... He's not Bali, he's Bafoot. Lessons, always be at your best. You never know who's watching. So true, so true. Okay, what advice can you give your viewers about relationship and love? You sure say I don't reach level for staggy advice. I don't know, but I want to tell people, be yourself. That's one. For women, most importantly, be yourself. Because meeting a man you like is one thing, but keeping him to a certain length of time or level depends on you. It's another thing. You don't want to have a situation where you have to mask yourself and then the guy gets to discover who you are later. I mean, we discover each other every day. We do. But you want to be yourself, because character is like, it's like a disease. You cannot hide it for too long. It's like, which disease can I call? Anyway, you cannot hide it for too long. There's a limit in the time you can hide it. Sometimes it will just pop up without you even knowing. And I want to say, when you find that man you love, forget about what he has or what he doesn't have. Think more about the fact, does he have a vision? Does he have ambition? Does he have a vision of where he wants to go to, what he wants to be, who he wants to be? That is what I saw with my man. So I'm just going to tell you what worked for me. I don't know what works for anybody else, but this worked for me. I saw a man who had vision. I saw a man who had purpose. I saw a God-fearing man. By the way, I had always wanted a God-fearing man. I saw a God-fearing man, and even though he did not have money as much as the people that were that were asking my hand at that time, because I've always been like, oh, I need to marry a rich man. Even though I'll be rich, I need to marry a rich man too. It's just been something I had since I was a kid. But unfortunately, sorry, I've never dated a rich man. I always say it, but somehow I can't handle them. I can't handle some of their egos and all of that. So I did not think about what William had. I saw somebody who had purpose, who had a clear vision of what who he was and where he wanted to be and who he wanted to be. Yeah, so that's one. And stay true to yourself is two. Let me tell you guys a story with the stay true to yourself factor. William and I, when I met William, he was big on friendship. He was like, let's be friends and take some time to discover each other. He liked me, but he wanted us to create a friendship, to create a relationship, which did not have to do with anything else. He wanted us to get to know each other, to learn more about each other, to know more about each other. So he was more like, okay, let's be friends and let's get to know each other. So for the first 3 months, it was like that. He was over there in the US. We talked often. I was here in Cameroon. Then he came to Cameroon to meet me after 3 months. And the second day he was here, I got into a fight with somebody. Okay, so I got into a fight with somebody. Like, somebody was doing something I did not really agree with. My God, the way I queried that day. See, I argued so that I was like, I was making my point, and I was like, and then when I went out, the man turned and asked him, is that your girlfriend? Is that the girl you intend to marry? Or are you guys already married? He said, no, I'm not married, but she's my girlfriend. And he's like, I hope you don't intend to marry that girl, because the way she talks, so I hope you don't intend to marry that girl. And when I came back, he told me, I was like, well, I was opinionated about something. I was mad about it, and I addressed it. So when we went to the car, somebody annoyed me, and I fight again. And then, so when some person talks on teen way, it don't make sense for my head. I need to leave them. And so many people think I look so quiet. So many people think they can just take advantage of me, say anything, but it doesn't always work that way. I stand on my point, and I was like, no. Before you want to know, fuck you, start pass all side. Fuck you too. fuck you too. So if she don't put my corner inside motor, that's how you look me. That's how you look me. So I was like, no. So I was like, that's it. I don't like it. And I don't like it. For any person where, that could have been like, okay, I know if you marry the kind girl. Okay, I know if you marry the kind girl. But from day one, I have always showed him who I was. What I don't like, what I like, what I would not condone with, and what I can easily compromise with. So I have always shown him that from day one, and he did that too. He did the same with me. So there is how you talk plenty. Someone says I really look the opposite. Yeah, I do. But I'm actually a very strict person. I don't quarrel a lot, but I'm very strict. I'm very, very opinionated. It's something I don't show it outside. I don't talk about it. I don't brag about it. It's just another part of me. So it's just a part of me. It's just the way I am. I have this quiet look because, yeah, that's my look. That's me. I'm a nice person. But hey, when it comes to work, when it comes to business or what's supposed to be done right, I defend myself. Okay, so what's the plan? You go for a bush. For good say to me. I don't know if you talk about that kind of thing. Why would I want to know? Why would I want to know? We'll go decide with time, and God will well. God will decide. We'll go decide with time, but we are working on that. What things have you learned about life and human conditions from being a celebrity? You can never please everybody. You can never. Stop trying to please people. Stop trying to please people. I lived a greater part of my life trying to please people. And being a celebrity showed me that that's a very bad way to live your life. You end up being very sad, very unhappy, unaccomplished. You will die unaccomplished. You will die unhappy. You will die sad because you can never. You would succeed in pleasing some people somewhere. You would never succeed in pleasing some people in that same place. So never try to please people. I'm actually at a point where I'm not trying to please anybody anymore. I'm not trying to please anybody anymore except my husband. Except my husband. So, I've always loved piercings, for example, and in my church, you have piercings, you have colored hair. Around me, like the way I grew up, my family, around the kind of friends I grew up with, you have these kind of things. You're like, you're a sinner now. You're a big sinner. You used to be, but I struggled to please people all those years, but there's a point in life where you can't do that anymore. In fact, stop doing that because you will never succeed. So now we all man go see my craze, especially now I don't marry and I know say mamas I like him. Now I don't say mamas I like him, no. Or say say I feel easy if he easily compromise with him I want them. Depending on if he like him too or if he not find anything wrong with him. Now now go see my true color. Okay, our music language is mostly French. Is this a way of reaching to more audience. My music language is not mostly French. I already said that before. I sing in both French and English. So my music language is French and English because I grew up being bilingual. I might not speak French so well, but I lived in Douala for 9 years. For 9 years. It's true that my mom was very conservative and she kept me indoors a lot. I didn't have to play with the neighbors. I didn't get to play with the neighbors or with anybody. And she used to hate me mingling with French-speaking children. So I didn't get to really learn how to speak French so well. But French and English languages I grew up with. That's okay. Apart from singing business, what other business do you do? So we support. Oh, thank you, Helen. Thank you so much. Well, for now I'm only into real estate. Yeah. So for now I'm only into real estate, buying landed properties and building commercial houses. I don't really have any available yet, so I'll probably let you guys know when I start leasing them. So William is the man. Avoid these men who gang up with other females in your life to create fear in you. Okay. Christmas giveaway for IDPs. I have something I'm planning though for IDPs, but I'll let you guys know as soon as it's ready, as soon as the project is ready. I like your personality. Thank you. Thank you. Please answer me. How was your relationship with Kamini Yannick, your old friend? I love that picture in your background. Oh my God. Somebody has a laser eye. How did you see that? My God. Somebody's eyes are lasers. How did you see that? Okay, let me show you. So that was taken by William's sister while we were sleeping in the US. So we didn't know she was taking it, and we just loved it, so we put it there. Thank you. Okay, you and Kobos went to the same school. Please share any remarkable thing you can remember about her personality. You see, as I start laughing now. Okay, that's a one remarkable thing. And Kobolistic Kobos, she's always been called like that. Hot head. She was so hot-headed. But the amazing thing is that everybody loved her. We all loved her. We were her juniors, but we all loved her. She's the kind of she was the kind of big that the kind of senior that we would not disrespect, but she was nice to us. She didn't punish us. She didn't mistreat us, but we never disrespected her because we all loved her. She was so funny, so free, so easygoing. Yeah, she was so easy, but she was so hot-headed, and she was so loud. Like, like if you stand for Yesu, wait, if you stand for Malingo, you hear a voice right for support. Only for small thing when you are Ella, because they used to call me Ella back in school. For if a just talk say Ella, where would they inside the same dormitory? You go here and 5 dormitories away. She was so loud, but so funny, so kind, and she was so beautiful. Everybody loved her eyes. She had these amazing eyes, and you would just look and you're like, oh my gosh, your eyes are so beautiful. She was so kind. And then she was always talking about relationships. So this is no start now. This is no start now. She was always advising people, and he get some friend. Man, call a friend in him. Hot hair to lay. She was always advising. Always like, yeah. That's what I remember about her. What's your take on the Anglophone crisis? My sister, I don't confuse to the old man. It's rather unfortunate that we cannot have one voice. Because I think the most amazing thing to have happened, if we want change, if we want anything to be done, is just to have one voice. It's really disheartening that sometimes you sit, we have meetings and we're talking about something, even right there, without even the meeting finishing. You can hear people in the background disagreeing and saying that I'm not fit, but like showing their faces, and they're like, we are like, okay, yes, this is what we are going to do, this is what we. And then as soon as people leave, it's people fighting against each other. This is very reflective of our leaders as well, the people that were supposed to be leading us to get this change politically. Like, I really don't like talking about this because it really hurts. The situation really hurts. I mean, I've lost people in Manfi, my village. I've lost people in Manfi. I am even sometimes afraid for my family, the rest of my family, and I just think we need to have one voice. I just think we all need to have one voice. The moment we will have one voice, change will come. The moment we would have the same direction, the moment we will face the same direction, change will come. Some person say Daphne no sabi speak English. I sabi speak wetin I sabi speak. I just said you cannot please everybody and stop trying to please people. So I'm not even trying to please you. If you don't like my English, then don't listen. Just there's a button that you can actually press to move out of this life. So yeah. Somebody says, when you are married, can you quit your career because he asked you to quit? He cannot even ask me such a thing because he met me as an independent woman. One of the factors that I don't think he would have come to me if I wasn't, I don't think who I am or what I do is not something he admires. He admires who I am. He admires what I do. He admires what I represent. And he already knows that you cannot ask me to quit my career. You cannot, except you want me to ask you to quit your career. So if you cannot quit your career for me, if I ask you to quit, don't ask me to quit my career. Even if you can quit your career, if I ask you to, please don't ask me to quit my career. He already knows that. These are things you talk about before you get entangled. These are things, there are so many things we had to talk about before we got to this point of getting married. We had to talk about my style, the way I dress. Luckily, to him, it's not a problem. Luckily. So we had to talk about so many things. My career, who I am, what I do. We had to talk about so many things about that. How you feel when you discover. Okay, as an artist, what are you doing to raise awareness on the Anglophone crisis? So, I've been very active on Twitter lately about the Anglophone crisis, and I know that my following is not just Cameroon. So many people get to see it, and I hope it gets the right attention when I put it on Twitter, on my social media pages. I hope it gets the right attention. And also, I've never failed to talk about it every time I have the opportunity to. I talked about it on Canal d'Or when I won my trophies. I talked about it at Afrima in Ghana when I took my trophy for Best Female Artist Central Africa. I talked about it like 2 months ago when I had this interview with a French radio station. So I talked about it on that interview. I never fail to talk about it every time I have the opportunity to talk about it in an audience which can actually spread it widely. So yeah. Where did you go to school? I went to school in, well, depending on the school you mean. Primary school, it was government school, Big Panda, Catholic school, and then secondary school, QRC Okoyong Manfe, it was a boarding school, and intercomprehensive high school to write my advanced level, and then University of Boya and Catholic University. How did you get into music? I've always been into music. My mom used to love singing. She sang when she was doing everything. She sang washing clothes, she sang washing plates. She even wrote her songs. She had a booklet where she had her songs written. I would sing one of her songs one day. So I grew up in music. I used to sing in church. But if you're talking about professional music, let's say I just met some friends who took me to the studio, and I started visiting the studio often. Then one thing led to another. I got signed by Stevens. So it's good to have a dream. So where is Daphne's last question? Okay. Anything special? Message for your fans and on this page viewing right now. Just look at the comment section, see the love. Give us some love. Oh. Play a music of Okay, so I want to thank everybody for coming here. Thank you for never giving up on me, by the way. Thank you all for never giving up on me. I promise you, so much more is about coming. So much more is coming with my music, with more, with the foundation as well. So much more is coming. So just stay tuned. The silence is not going to last for long. So I'm so grateful to you all for not giving up on me. By the way, thank you to all of you who are giving strength to women out there, to women who have been victims of sexual violence and sexual abuse, who have been victims of gender-based violence. So thank you to all of you out there who are giving strength to women. Thank you for all the strength you guys gave me when I put out my story, for all the support you guys gave me when I put out my story. I felt like, okay, I had some people who could be with me on this, who could actually help other women to overcome the depression and all that they have been through. So I want to thank you so much. And Laugh and Learn Talk Show, I want to say thank you so much for having me. Thank you for making me a part of your platform. Thank you for giving me this amazing opportunity. This is the first time I talked about my relationship like that. So thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you for making me well, I'm not always this free, so thank you so much. And Kobolistic Kobos, thank you for being who you are. Just keep being who you are. Keep making us laugh. Keep teaching us. We learn a lot from you. We learn so many things from you. So keep teaching us. Keep doing this. You are impacting the lives of so many people, male and female. So keep doing what you're doing. Keep being the amazing woman you are, the pretty woman you are, the loving person you are, the selfless person you are. So thank you so much. Sing what do you want me to sing? I already sang now. And okay, let me sing. Can you not keep the singing for soon? Yes, singing. Thank you to everybody who was here. Okay, let me see if there are a few questions. I don't know Kameni Yaniko. Who is this that keeps asking me relationship with Kameni Yannick? I know one Yannick, and it's the Yannick that was in my video, Kolesere video. Who is your husband? I heard he's from Bamenda. Yes, he's from Bafut. He is. Yeah. Okay. You have a beautiful skin tone. Please keep it that way. Thank you. I struggle with it a lot though. I have very sensitive skin. Some person say yes, my voice. Sama no dey here. Sama no dey for here. Is that your sneaker? Actually, 500K. I would prefer you guys keep fighting against that about that. I would prefer you guys keep fighting against about that. So it was so much fun reading all the comments and what advice do you have for young artists still in the primary section? Like I said before, focus. Please just focus. Stay focused on what you came into music to do. Stay focused on what your aim is. Be patient and always place God. Always make sure God has a place in your career. So, Mano, you're really beautiful. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. What happened to your wedding ring? Wonders. Young artists depend on you guys to do well to raise some of them. Yeah, I think we need to work more on that. I actually think we need to work more on that. Well, a lot of work is being done on that. I see my colleagues doing that, and I'm doing some in the background as well. Okay, I think we are at the end. I don't see any more questions, so this is where Yeah. Okay. If you are to collaborate with two Nigerian artists who you, I hate questions like that because I have a hard time choosing all. No go waste money for her again. Yes, I go learn sense. How is your present state with your old friends? My old friends are still my friends, so they are not really old to me. But things get distant a little. You know, everybody's usually in their own places. Most of them were in Boya, so I hardly go to Boya these days. So yeah, things get a bit distant, but we always find time to reconnect, to chit chat. Yeah. I heard you talked about the crisis before and you almost got into problems. When people are badging us on social media, I just laugh. Daphne, in your opinion, who is the funniest comedian in Cameroon? Thank you for asking me this question. Honestly, I think most of them are funny. Sorry, I will not answer your question directly. I think most of them are funny. But there's this other thing I actually really wanted to say. You know, it's difficult for me to laugh at something. Like, as an artist, a comedian is making a joke and is praising me and criticizing another artist. How do you think I'll feel? I mean, you find a body of work that's so amazing, that is so funny, but you cannot laugh because it and you want to share. It's funny, it's nice, it's well put together, it's intelligently done, it's very witty, and you want to share it, but you can't because it's saying good things about this artist and criticizing or downplaying this other artist. I feel terrible sharing something like that, or openly laughing to something like that, or openly saying something like that. It's funny, and I think many of us artists feel the same way. I don't think an artist will easily freely share or really acknowledge a comedy that downplays. Yeah, well, I don't know, maybe it's just my way of looking at things. Some things are actually funny, but there are some things that really hurt. We are all human beings, you know. But I think our comedians are doing good. I think they're all doing good. I watch Danny Green. Yeah, I watch Danny Green. I personally like him. I watch Rapallo. Is he Rapallo? Is Rapallo? Oh my god, please forgive me, but I actually love his work. I actually think he is very witty, very intelligent in the way he does his things. And many of them, oh boy, they're comics, Intel, they're all doing amazing. As an artist, what? Okay. So I keep saying that I'm leaving, but I don't want to leave. I want to answer. Hey, wait though. Please, Daphne, answer me. I beg you. Before you go to where you are today. Okay, before you got to where you are today, do you expose your body on social media? No, because I didn't see that. What is your take on young aspiring celebs who naked themselves on social media? I think that's a personal decision, and I'll be surprised if you say you didn't see me naked myself. I love the way I dress, and I dressed like that from the start. People just saw, maybe they just saw my personality through me, so people did not notice a lot of stuff. But when Gunshot came out, I remember people calling me Good Girl Gone Bad. I wore bomb shorts and bra, and it was like, she did that. No, she's not supposed to do that. Even though my daily dressing was pretty decent, but I came out like that too because I loved it, because that was the way I wanted to dress. And I think that there might be a misunderstanding. Some people don't naked themselves, or they don't dress sexy, if I may call it that way, because they want to be stars, because they want to be known. We grew up in with certain kinds of influence. We watched American stars, the way they dressed. We watch our elder sisters dress the same way. So we grew up, some of us grew up with that kind of influence, and we just liked it. It mustn't be to attract or to become a celebrity or to become a star. Some of us are just like that. So I'll just tell young artists who are aspiring to be celebrities, just make sure you back it up with good stuff. Back it up with good music. If you want to dress in pants and you're comfortable with that and everything about it, do it. But make sure you back it up with quality stuff, quality music, quality images. Back it up with quality. That's all. When I was a kid, Mama used to tell me one thing. Mama used to say, you were gonna be a star. Today I believe her, 'cause my life is shining bright. That's a song from my first album, Here to Stay. Many of you don't have that album, but I promise you, my second album would be a must-have. There's no way you'll be able to stay without wanting to get a copy. Okay. So it was nice being with you guys, and thank you so much, and have a blessed night. Thank all of you. Thank you, my fans. Thank you for not giving up on me. Please never give up on me. I'm preparing a lot of good stuff for us all. A lot of new things. New. I just said new. So a lot of new things for us all, and I am very sure you would not be disappointed. So thank you. Since we've been talking about Mr. Summer, maybe I'll just sing, baby boy, your love is killing me. It is killing me, the way that you're loving me. Baby, I'm sure I can tell you're the one for me. You're the one for me, the way that you're loving me. Tu sais, on ne vit qu'une seule fois dans la vie. Et la mienne, je décide de faire avec toi, mon ami. Je te fais la promesse devant ma famille. Sur le soleil, la pluie, le meilleur pour le pire. Parce que le mariage, c'est jusqu'à la carte. Toi et moi, jusqu'à la carte. Et si je te donne ma main, c'est jusqu'à la carte. And oh, everybody thinks about you. See somebody. You'll see me every day in this house. You do video when I sing. Bye guys, please stay safe, and I want to give strength to all of us out here, all of you out here. Thank you so much. Stay strong. We are passing through difficult moments. I love you all.